It's been a busy few years for the pop star Olly Murs. In between singing, touring, TV and radio presenting, he's also just recently become a father for the second time.
And if that is not enough, he's just released a new album.
Olly Murs joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
We've just been talking about social prescribing and people working together and being together, doing stuff together to feel better.
Yeah.
That's your message as well, isn't it?
Always with my music, yeah, get out and have some fun. And particularly with this period coming up with Christmas, you know, I think it's such a great time of year, isn't it, to get out there and, you know, see friends. I think so.
Is it not a bit dark and cold? Do you mean to socialise?
To socialise,
right, okay.
yeah. I mean, it is a bit dark and cold. I went for a run this morning round here and it was very cold.
Already?
Yeah, I'm up early this morning. Now I've got kids, I'm up early.
What, to get away from the kids?
No, the kids aren't with me today, but normally I'm up early with the wife, with the children, so... yeah, a different Olly Murs now.
Yeah.
Oh, in what way?
Well, I mean, being a dad, isn't it? You know, my life's changed. I mean, from doing my last album, we were just getting married, me and Amelia. We were still, you know, we had kids. We were going to bed late, getting up when we wanted. Now, obviously, you know, being a dad, it's changed things. But I love it so much. It's amazing. Being a dad, I've got 2 under 2 now, which, yeah, this time of year, they're a bit ill at the moment, bless them. But it's beautiful.
You know, I bet there are people watching right now. 2 under 2, and he's got time to go for a run, and he's got time to look up. Well, it can go either way, can't it?
I've got an amazing wife, and she's at home looking after him at the moment as we speak. So I'm very, very blessed. Trust me, I can't wait to get home.
And you've made deliberate decisions, haven't you, in the family, to prioritise health and fitness?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, this whole year for me was me celebrating 15 years in music, which... so many of the lovely people that work behind the scenes of BBC have said to me, oh, I used to love your music back in the day. I'm like, back in the day?
I still love it.
So, yeah, no, to still be around 15 years later. And so this year I really prioritised my health, really, my fitness. And talking about being a dad, it was like I really wanted to kind of, I don't know, just not be... I wanted to be fit, healthy. I wanted to be energised at 6 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes, at the start of this year particularly, I was so, like, out of sorts. I was out of routine. I was eating whatever I wanted and I just didn't have that energy for my kids and my wife. So I prioritised eating well, training well, and of course, touring this year, I wanted to be in the best possible shape of my life. Yeah.
So you mentioned you wanted, like, high energy at 6 o'clock in the morning. Go on, tell us how you do that, because that's something we're very interested in.
Getting good.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you know what? I just get to bed nice and early. I try and prioritise, like, eating earlier now. So I eat, like, 6:30. And then I get into bed at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. We get the kids
really
settled.
Early.
Yeah, I just try and get 8 hours sleep every night. It's really boring. I really wish I was more exciting.
Really boring.
But I'm not. Life has really, truly changed. And this album was probably when I was writing it, the 12 songs that I've got on the album were the only times I could be a bit of a lad and stay a little bit later in the studio and have some fun.
Oh, right, so musically, this is what you wish you were doing.
This is what I wish I was doing, but in reality, that is not it. Really, the album cover should be me just changing nappies and going to parks
in your pyjamas
and soft play centres.
And actually, here we are. Are you in a pub there?
Yes, that is me at the Birdcage in London. It's a lovely pub. And, yeah, just this album just was a bit of me. Now that I am a dad, it's just me trying to revisit. I still think deep down I'm a bit of a lad at times, and I have my moments, and I just
what
really
do you mean
excited.
You have your moments?
Well, you know, just going out and being with friends, and it's something that I've not really had much to do this year. And talking about what we were saying at the start of this, you know, I really feel it's important to see friends, you know, and sometimes when you become a parent, you're so involved in that it's nice to step out of that and just have a bit of time with your friends to talk over your problems and things that you're going through as a dad. And I've noticed that quite a lot. I've enjoyed seeing friends and talking over, like, the problems with just being a parent sometimes. You know?
And it kind of changes relationships with your mates as well,
yeah,
doesn't
it really does. And so this album has just been a real breath of fresh air to do. It's an album that I've always wanted to do. And I'm glad that here in 2025 I've got to finally do it. And,
you know, I suppose it's tricky to maybe say it out loud, but what are the challenges then of being a new dad? What are the when you say you talk to your mates about it, do you slightly reminisce about the old days as well as enjoying the moments that you have with the kids now?
I think when you become a parent, particularly for me, and what I found was just where I sat, you know, and my wife obviously had this baby for 9 months and she goes straight into it, these maternal instincts kick in. But for me as a dad, I was kind of like, I didn't know kind of where I sat, you know, and I suppose I was just trying to figure out what to do and there isn't a manual for it, so I had no idea where to start. And then you've got this beautiful little baby that you're trying to get to know and have feelings for. And so all these kind of emotions, and it was like, am I feeling normal of these feelings? And then you speak to your friends, like, oh my God, that's how I felt, you know. And then, you know, I was on tour with Take That at the time when I first had Maddie. And so for like 3 or 4 months, I was in and out of her life, and I just didn't really get to know her. And that was really hard for me. And so when I came back off tour, it was just like I was starting again, and she was kind of looking at me like, who are you?
Yeah.
And that was quite heartbreaking for me. So, yeah, and I think Dad's talking more about feelings like that, you know. And I went to a dad club recently in Vauxhall in London. I think we did it part of like a BBC Breakfast, and I got to see these amazing group of men that meet up once a month at school with their kids, and they get to talk and chat, and it's great. And I did a song on the album called Chin Up, which is about, you know, men struggling and the fact that, you know, suicide rate for men is really high. So that, you know, it's important for us men to talk as well as obviously our partners and our wives.
Absolutely. I loved your Who Do You Think You Are?
Oh, thank
where you look
yeah.
back at your family and found out another, but like your background rather than your current family life.
Incredible.
Amazing links that you found. And
just, again, like, not to get all like emotional about it, but just, it really helped me in my dad's relationship doing that show, because my dad had, like, my granddad, bless him, died of Alzheimer's, so he didn't really, there was so many so many questions that my dad had and he didn't have the answers to, and my dad sort of unravelled this whole like family history of trying to find out where it was going. And then if it wasn't for the BBC and that show, I was able to finally give my dad something super special, and like it was so emotional to go over to Latvia to see, you know, where my great-grandmother was and her journey and where it led to. And if you haven't watched it, it's pretty...
It's on iPlayer now, yeah.
It's phenomenal.
It's great.
You know, we ended up, you know, knowing that she went to prison and all this stuff. It was like, wow.
And that you can pass that on to your kids as well, to the next
100%.
generation.
And I'm hoping next year, when things are a little bit more quieter, I'm going to take my dad over there. We're going to have a nice holiday there and go and see everything that I went to, and so he can experience it himself. So.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Olly.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
It's lovely to have you
It's
here.
not quite just yet, because Olly's new album, Knees Up, is out now, and he's in concert in London next month.